Welcome to Spill the Tea about weddings with Sheila and Teresa. Hi, I'm Teresa.
Hi, I'm Sheila. Welcome to Spill the Tea, and hello, I'm Sheila, and this is Teresa and Teresa. And this is Teresa, videographer with Be Captured Photography, and we all know Teresa with English Country Bar and the venue owner.
Hi there, how are you?
So we're going to be talking today about influences on the wedding venue today with AI photography. So we probably all have different views on AI, and Teresa, you and I have talked before about how challenging it can be with AI photos coming in. So I think we all take a little bit about how it affects our different part of the industry. So first of all, as a planner, no, it doesn't really affect me much, but as a florist and decor, I love inspiration photos. Like, I love to get Pinterest photos. So I can see, like, what are you attracted to? What styles are you gravitating towards? And then I can show them different things that I can do for them. But when they come in with an AI photo of, say, the venue, your venue, anybody else's venue, come in a picture of a venue, and it has been decorated by AI, I have a few issues. Like, number one, there's always things missing, like valid things, like
Stair banisters.
stair banisters or a support beam or something of that nature. And then there's like, I'm not saying they're not beautiful. They're gorgeous, but they're not realistic, like to hang something from ceiling if it's 28 foot tall, right? Or there's already chandeliers in the way. Like, it's not totally realistic. And also, being somebody that rents decor and we have a team that sets up and takes down, there's nothing in that AI photo I can rent them. So it's like, I get where you're going, but maybe I can show you these things that'll work. But it's like, once they've seen that room transpire that way, it's really hard for me to show them things that I've got that's going to kind of fit that.
Well, it's a bit like the nemesis Pinterest, isn't it? It gives them an idea that is way unrealistic for what might be their budget and also what is particularly achievable at a venue. I mean, like you say, if you've got support beams in the way, we're not cutting the beams down, are we, just to make it work for them? Stair banisters are staying, they're not coming out. And some of the drapes and things that you see on AI, how are they being hung? Because if they've not got hooks in the right place, they can't possibly do that. So that's, I mean, I love AI for lots of reasons, for giving me words to say when I've run out of words and such like. But AI photography, I think, from a venue is really quite challenging because I'm seeing lots of venues that are putting AI photos online, and then the couples are going there and thinking, well, this isn't the venue that I looked at, or this isn't the venue that I was expecting to get to, or they're showing maybe spring flowers in a garden, and actually in North Carolina those flowers don't grow. So it gives, again, unrealistic expectations. And I mean, we're all quite smart these days at looking at AI and thinking, well, they've got 5 fingers instead of 4 and such like. But I think that unless somebody knows flowers, particularly, from florists, or they understand support beams are staying in place, they just are going to be disappointed. And I'm sure you, Teresa, with AI, I mean, I would imagine that AI is creeping into photography hugely,
tremendously,
isn't it? And that's hard. I mean, one of the things we say about the venue is every photograph that you see online and on our website is a genuine photo. It may have had a little bit of touch up, to change lighting perhaps, and, but it is a genuine photograph of something that happened. Even our sunsets are genuine sunsets. They're not made up. But I would imagine that it's challenging for you because you're probably getting people saying, I need this created.
Yes. So for us, I mean, I think it affects everyone in the industry. For us specifically, we get couples who come in with these images that are a castle in the woods. And you don't have a castle in the woods anywhere here close to North Carolina. Or we get couples, who have pictures of like fall foliage. and all the trees are that beautiful orange, auburn, and stuff. But we're in North Carolina, in the Pine State, so you're not going to have that. So if your venue is here, most likely your venue is not going to have that. Also, other things that AI does allow people to do a lot, and that we've seen it since all the filters started coming in, since all of that started coming in, is that people have unrealistic expectations of what they're going to look like once we edit the pictures. If they are looking at AI pictures that are so edited that now instead of having a real person, it looks like a Barbie and her skin is poreless, plastically, that's not how you look like a person, right? And I think at the end of the day, just like everything that goes away with trends, when you look back at those pictures, you're going to realize, why did I do that? Why did I just, change my whole body? That's not how I look. That's not how he looked.
And surely your partner, when they see you walking down the aisle and the memory that they then have of that photograph of you walking down the aisle, they're going to look and think, well, that wasn't how I remembered them.
Exactly.
It's just going to be so totally different.
Yeah, definitely. So for us, it's not that we hate AI, because we do like it. We do think, that sometimes it helps you to show people, especially if they don't have an imagination where they can actually picture something in their mind. There are people, who actually need to see it. And so AI does allow us a little bit of help in showing certain things, but you should take it as that. Just something that's going to help me so that I can.
For Pinterest, isn't
exactly.
It, really?
Exactly.
Another option for them to understand what they're getting.
Definitely.
So yeah, I'm sure you must find flowers must do your head in the most, because people are showing you bouquets of flowers that probably don't exist or are unrealistic for price points, for example.
It's the colors is number one.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So there's every single color you can imagine that comes through, and I think, yep, they don't make that one. They don't make that one. That one's not grown. And a lot of flowers, which I've even sent to my vendors, and I had actually sent 3 pictures to my Raleigh vendor, and she I've never seen any of those flowers. And they're the largest wholesale flower vendor in the U.S. And she's like, I've never seen these flowers. I have no idea what they are. And so, and I do think AI is beneficial in a lot of ways.
It is.
But I would love to see brides, instead of putting something in, chat and trying to think, what could this look like, is trusting some of the vendors that they're choosing. And, one of my favorite ways to really show what I can do with something is a styled sheet. Yes. Because then I can go in, I have no budget, I have no color restrictions, I could do, if you're in the right photo shoot, I can do whatever I can dream up and create.
Yes.
And then I can show without limits, like draping, flowers that are coming off the table, draping onto the floor. I'm not limited by a budget. Yes. And I find that when I do shoots like that I get more brides going, oh, that's what I want.
Exactly.
More so than what's coming off of an AI image.
But the thing is so hard for couples to understand. It's a bit like the whole scam thing, which vendors are genuine, what photos are genuine now, because it's so hard for them to even begin to understand, the pictures that you're putting are they asking, is that a style shoot? Is that AI? Is it, is my venue genuinely that white, or is it AI? Are you the photo? Photographers, for example, can steal photographs from all over the place, doctor them with AI a little bit, and call them their own.
Yeah.
And it's oh my God, it's a minefield, isn't it? For couples to even begin to realize
it is
what's genuine.
I think the good thing that's coming now, and obviously technology just advances so fast that we cannot keep up with it to apply laws, regulations, things like that. But I don't know if you ladies have seen that now in magazines, when an image is created and printed by AI and it's not an actual model, they are required to put it on the magazine. This was created through artificial intelligence, and it's not an actual person, it's not anything. And so I feel that as vendors, when couples come to us and they have no idea, it is not like it's our basically duty, kind of, just because we're in this industry, just because we do want our couples to be happy with what we produce at the end, to educate them on that and to be able to tell them, you know what, this is AI created, this is what's not realistic of this part, but this is what is realistic. Tell me what you like about that. Is it that you like the flower color? Is it that you like the flower type? For us is, tell me what you like about that. Is it the colors, how the picture looks? Is it how the couples pose? And so you kind of have to take it back a little bit and have them actually pay attention to the image. And a lot of times couples are not. They're just going, because we live in a world where information is so easily accessible, that they are basically just going on their phone, 2 seconds, oh, like that, 2 seconds, like that. And then they just continue going on their phone and just liking things so quickly, but you're not taking the time to actually analyze it. And quick little note on that, I love traveling, just like you, Sheila, just like you, Teresa. I was planning a vacation or a little getaway with George to the mountains here in North Carolina, because I said, let's go, let's enjoy, like the mountains in the fall. This hotel was amazing. It had all of these amenities, all of this stuff. The cabins were built up to the lake, and you literally stepped off the cabin into the lake. I mean, it was beautiful. And I said to George, let's go here. And he immediately, and obviously I only looked at it for 2 seconds and thought it was gorgeous and sent that over. And he takes the time to look at it, and he's like, babe, that's AI generated. If you go on their website, it says they are building it. So let's take the time to actually pay attention to what we're looking at and analyze what we really like about that.
But I think that people are not taking the time.
They're not.
You must see on the socials. Something that I've been seeing recently have been mini videos of babies saved by cat from a big brown bear.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen those?
I
They are
know,
insane. But what gets me is that when you go through and look at the comments, there's 500,000 comments on these things, that people are genuinely believing what they're seeing.
Yes.
And that's the bit that's super scary, that couples are being sucked into this AI generation without taking the time.
Yes.
Teresa, fortunately you had George to do that. Take the time to have a look and see whether something really is happening. I mean, I snoop all the time. I'm always stalking venues around the world to see what's going on. And I can't tell you how many of them have AI generated images and they're not built yet, or they're even local venues that I can tell you about have got AI generated images on their websites. And I think it's sad because couples are going to be wasting their time and they're so disappointed. And I can't imagine if they come to you and say, I want these flowers, aren't they beautiful? This is exactly the colour scheme. And you say, hon, I'm really sorry they don't exist. Or, I would be devastated if I came to you, Teresa, and I said, get rid of all my wrinkles. And you said, can't. Just
if
can't.
you can, help me.
Okay.
But the thing is, then Ian would look at me and say, well, that's not you.
Exactly.
They are part of who I am. So whilst I might think, oh, that would be amazing, it's not actually who I am. So, it's a case of suck it up.
And when you actually look at it and then you look at yourself, because we have all overdone that, over filter our images, you're like, that's not even me. Right? So it is. I just think with anything AI, I think we should approach it in a way where we can educate our customers. And if our customers are good, they'll listen. But if they don't want to listen and they want to go with someone who says, oh, sure, I'm going to put the sunset over the ocean in the East Coast, then that's maybe not our couple, right?
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
And that's the perfect place to end this. So thank you, ladies, for talking about AI. And Teresa, why don't you close today?
Okay, thanks, Teresa, for joining us.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
me.
Sheila, for all of your wit and humour. Don't forget to like, follow, and share.